guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Uncommon Bills back with another video. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I got a little bit of a disappointing news that is a little frustrating, irritating, because I have not driven my SRT8. I want to say probably in about a month. And the reason behind that is because I'm working on the wide body kit. Y'all know this. I've posted a couple videos on it. The problem that I'm having is the company that I ordered the other parts from. Let's see, I ordered back in March. So what, March, April, May, June, July, almost August. So we're looking at about a 4.5 month turnaround. And I got a notification that the parts or the pieces or whatever are pretty much discontinued from whichever vendor that this company basically third parties from. So right now I'm kind of in a little bit of a pickle with trying to get the rest of the body kit together for the SRT8, because that's really what I'm waiting on, is to get the rest of that and, you know, do whatever else I need to do. But of course there's an issue right now, so they're trying to figure it out. If not, then your boy gonna get his money back, obviously, and then we're gonna have to go a different route. Right now, I think I'm looking at trying to get the Clinch Universal flares for the back. I didn't really want to do that, but I don't know. It looks similar. It looks similar to the front, so I may go ahead and order that probably for now, just to kind of see how it looks. And then when I actually get, if I actually get the other body kit, that's where it's kind of throwing me off, because I don't want to build on a different kit and then that kit comes and then I can't really use it. But I don't know, we'll see. Probably by tomorrow I'll make a decision and then have to call that company back to get your boy's money back, because waiting 4.5 months for something that you don't have, and you know that thing costs about $1,000 just for two, what's how many pieces? I think it's like 4 pieces. It's pretty crazy to me. And I know the last time I spoke to them, they were just like, well, the owner's the one who's over the money and all this, so I have to wait till he comes back. I mean, hey, that's cool. If you're on vacation, you enjoy yourself. But when there's no notes in the system for over 2 months, me automatically as a business owner, I'm going to think, all right, let's go ahead and refund this man back his money so we don't have any issues. But because I'm telling you right now, like, if I don't get my money back, it's going to be a problem. $1,000 is not a little bit of money to me. I mean, 100, 200, maybe I wouldn't be tripping as much, but yo, y'all have had my money for over 4.5 months, and you guys are basically not taking consideration, A, the time frame for one, B, I've called about 3 times. I'm gonna say 3 to 4 times, and I may call them tomorrow and basically have y'all listen to what they're going to tell me, because a lot of the, a couple times it was some BS. They told me the item was there and it's not there. I can't think of what the guy's name was, but he was just like, oh, well, your product is on the bay. We're just waiting for somebody to come pick it up so they can deliver it. All right, bet, cool. Second time I called back, they said, oh, your item is not here. I don't know who told you that, but it's not available right now, whatever. And I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do about this? And they told me they would give me a call back and possible refund. Didn't get anything after a week, so I called third time, which actually was a couple days ago, and they were basically telling me that the owner is the one who's in charge of the money, which to me sounds kind of funny, but it is what it is. But we gonna see, and definitely we gonna do something about that. If I don't either A, get my product, or B, get the money back. I'm not playing with these people. But to make a long story short, the SRT is basically sitting in the garage right now. It's jacked up. I do have the wide body front pieces on. I do have the wide body wheels on. We'll be looking at getting tires probably next week or two. Got to take care of some other things first before we, finish building on the project. What I do have coming next is basically we are going to get the cartoon when I get to that part. When I get to that stage, I'm just, trying to do the other bits and pieces first. First, it was the block. Well, first it was buying the car. Second was rebuilding the V8 6.1 liter Hemi. So that was the second part. The third part was pretty much working on the body itself, which is the Y body kit, but that's kind of delayed right now. And then fourth, we were going to actually work on tinting the windows, and then I would end up taking the car to wherever I'm going to go to get it tuned, and we're going to move on from there, because I believe the first engine I had that was in this car was actually tuned, and then once I got it rebuilt, I haven't had it tuned since. I need to get it tuned, and I also want to go catless. The car's pretty loud with the straight pipe. I want to see what it sounds like. A, catless. B, when I get the tune, I may end up getting like a burble tune or something like that, pops and cracks. And then third, more horsepower. And then fourth, I actually do have performance headers, shorty tube headers, that are guaranteed to give the car, I think it was 30, it's either 30 or 40 more horsepower after it's been tuned and all that. But I'll get the real numbers on that, you know, when I get around to that, so y'all can actually see that. But as of right now, today, I'm actually going to be working on repeeling off this terrible purple tintish tint. It's kind of annoying. I think it's like 5%, but it's got that purple tint to it. I don't like it. Like if you look in the back, like back here, like here in the back right here, you can kind of see. I mean, even though the wall in the garage is kind of purple, but it's still got that little purple haze, and the wrap, not wrap, but the window tint is basically due to be redone. It's got bubbles in it, and whoever had it before me, if they did it, they didn't do it right, if you ask me. But you know, it's taking me some time to actually work on a lot of the stuff from when I actually bought the SRT8. I haven't really done much to it other than, you know, rebuilt the engine, of course. I lowered it. That's pretty much it. I haven't worked on the inside. Oh, added the amp system and all that, but I haven't really worked on the inside, like did a deep clean and, you know, some other stuff that I want to do in here, because I've been pretty much just focused on the outside first, and then we'll come onto the inside, and then, you know, we'll do what we do. And I'm hoping, I know it's not going to be this coming month, but I want to say September. I'm hoping that I will be done majority of what I want to do to this car by next Caffeine Octane in September, the first Sunday of September. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be there next month. I don't think so. I got a few weeks. But I'm definitely working on trying to get this car up and trying to give y'all some more content. But as of right now, that's basically where we are. It's just a delay at this point, trying to get the rest of the parts in for this SRT8. But at the same time, you know, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to be working on doing this window tint and removing the old one and putting in the new window tint. Probably not the new window tint today, so I think this is going to take me a good bit of time to try to remove all of this old window tint. And pretty much, yeah. So that's pretty much what I'm going to work on today. The frustrating part about all this nonsense and, you know, car parts and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, we keep moving. More beer looking crazy. But it is what it is. We keep it moving. I don't know. I did show y'all the... I don't know if I showed y'all the performance headers, did I? No, I didn't. All right, so this is some of the performance parts that we have, which is the BBK performance headers. That these actually are tuned headers and guaranteed to give me more power and add some more torque. So we've got, oh shit, what is this? This is the header gasket kit for the manifolds, and then this is what they basically look like. But the quality of these things are like, it's nasty, man. And they're not heavy, they're kind of lightweight, but sheesh, these things look nasty. But this is only one performance part. out of a few others. And there is a performance chip that is actually inside the SRT8, so it is stock, and then it is kind of not stock at the same time. So like I said, I don't know exactly what the horsepower numbers are as far as the SRT goes, but I know with that chip that's actually installed, the performance chip that's actually installed in this, excuse me, is shit. I feel like it does work. Since I've driven it, since I've installed it, definitely felt a difference. But we won't really know the numbers until I actually get the car tuned, or dyno tuned, or whatever you want to call it. And that is actually in the works. So we're going to move on from that. I really want to tell you guys how much I actually paid to rebuild the SRT block that's actually in this SRT. I actually got that right here, because there's quite a few people that are saying I'm capping on that, which to me is hilarious. But, you know, it is what it is, and we're going to talk about it. So, I originally had planned to take the original block that was in the SRT8 and basically rebuild it. However, I was leaving work one night, and I was trying to merge over the traffic, and your boy done gunned it. You know, trying to beat the oncoming traffic, and it actually blew a freaking piston. And the piston completely broke in the freaking engine, and it basically locked up on me, and that's that. So I kind of had to do the engine swap sooner than later, because I didn't want the car to sit for too long. I think it sat for maybe like a month and a half in the garage, and then, you know, finally found a shop that basically do it. So how much did it cost me? So when I started, I found a shop down in Ackworth. I put down $5,000 for them to get started, and this covered whatever, you know, whatever bits and pieces they need to order, whatever. Once I put the $5,000 down, I signed some paperwork, and the guy was like, once we start, you know, we're not going to stop. So that's either saying, hey, I mean, that's basically saying, hey, even though you put down money for this rebuild project, if we finish, you don't have the money, hey, we hold on to your car. Pretty much is what they're saying. So if anything comes up that, you know, we find anything else that's wrong from some of the other parts that we can use or may not use, and we have to order something new in replace of it, then we're basically going to add that to the total, which is cool with me. I said, that's fine, whatever. And so that $5,000 basically started the project. At the end of everything, let's see, I still owed, plus tax, was like $4,876.94. Plus tax was $572.46, bringing my out the door total from that $5,000 for me to walk out with the car was $5,000. Y'all see that? Was $5,449.40. All right, so y'all basically can see here. So I get this thing to focus. The 5,000. So it's like I gotta block the light so y'all can actually see the total here. So you got the 5,000 in the parentheses. That's what I dropped on this, and then the remainder is actually down at the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see it. I gotta block my face a little bit, but that's basically everything. So it cost me about but almost $10,500 to basically rebuild and get this car back to operating. Now, I will say something about this, though, because it should have been a lot more. It definitely should have been a lot more, because there were some actual parts that were supposed to be installed in the SRT8. And the one major piece that's missing was the actual performance cam. Now, mind you, when I went in to actually do this engine swap, or to do this engine build, they were basically supposed to swap it out with the performance cam and basically put everything back. You know, that was pretty much new. So the engine is a new engine, pretty much. Okay. The only issue I had with them is when I went to go pick the car up, me and the guy actually talked before they started this project on the parts that I wanted. as far as like, the performance cam and some upgraded things or whatever. All right, cool. We talked about that. We laid out the list. All right, $5,000 went down. I pick up the car after remaining, and I get the car. I'm like, hell yeah, this is gonna be badass. We're gonna go do some things. But pick the car up, turn the car on, and I look at the owner of the shop. I'm just like, so I literally said, like, where's the chop, like the cam? And he looked at me and basically said, in order for you to get the chop, you have to buy a performance cam. And man, when I tell you, my frustration got a little heavy there. It did, because that's what we talked about. We talked about putting a performance cam in the SRT8. Now I have to go back and basically redo that and actually get one. But it is what it is. They made a mistake. They actually put the original OEM cam in the SRT8 engine instead of the performance cam that I wanted. But like I said, it is what it is. I don't think he was really paying attention. I might have been their top client, because I paid cash for this freaking project. So I mean, I don't know. I think the man was just so excited. And even if they couldn't get the part, they could have freaking told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not get my hopes and dreams up. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But now you guys know it cost me $10,500 to basically rebuild the SRT8 engine. Now, there is another frustrating piece, because I actually could have put in a 426. I could have put in a 426 if I knew better, but I should have did a little bit more research. But again, hey, it is what it is. That's something we can probably do later on. But I think that 426 would have been badass. I saw one for a little bit over $9,000 actually. Brand new block. It was like 98, I think 98 or 96, one of those two. And me paying $10,500, I could have had a 426 in this damn SRT8. So that goes back to, do your research. I know I've said that before, in a lot of my videos, but hey, it is what it is. You learn from it, but you're going to keep it moving. So it's not going to bother me that much. We can do some things later on, which I do have some plans to do some other things. So I'm actually going to start getting this tint off this car, and then I will end up doing in another video, basically retinting it. And if you don't know how to tint, I will basically walk you through on how to do it. It's really easy, and it's also really confusing at the same time. But I'll try to get that for you guys step by step so you guys can see that. But that's going to be it for today's video. See you on the next one. See you when I see you. Peace.